Hello, every brony, every pony, and every fan, and every nerd, nerdette, noob, and every mouseketeer, and everybody. Hi, it is me. And today we have a special kind of video because I've been tagged. I've been tagged. That was the tagging motion. I've been tagged by the crazy pony lady who I love because she's my best pony friend forever. And, I've been tagged in a special tag created by Mommy and Gracie. And I've watched Ben's and John's, and I've watched the Crazy Pony Ladies. So I think how they created it was Gracie did all of the questions except the last one, which is number 10, and Mommy did that one. And then John and Ben added a super special question, which I'm not excited about, for question 11, and I'll explain that one when we get there. But in the meantime, I have questions to answer. I have them on my notepad on my computer, and let's get started. Question number 1. Boots or sneakers? If I had to pick between boots and sneakers, I'd probably pick boots, just because boots are awesome. I really don't like closed-toe shoes. My feet get claustrophobic. I know that's weird, but I don't like closed-toed shoes. I am a flip-flop person, or I wear ballet flats. That's about as closed-toe as I get. But I don't like wearing socks. I don't like having to lace things up. I just want to slip and go. That's my personal preference. Summer or winter is number 2. I live in the South, so winter is not as bad as, let's say, Maine or Massachusetts or any northern state. It's not as bad as Canada. I've never seen actual snow. Snow doesn't happen here. So, my winter is basically a cold summer. Yeah. But I hate being cold. I get cold when it's 70. I know some of you northerners are like, oh, that's burning up. We'll get cooked on the sidewalks. But I'm used to 100-degree weather. So I would rather summer, just because it's easier for me to cool down than it is for me to warm up. Number 3, pancakes or waffles? Pancakes. I love pancakes. Pancakes are amazing. It's one of the first foods I actually learned how to cook that I didn't catch on fire. But the ramen noodles catching on fire is a story for another day. But pancakes have a special place in my heart, just because it was a food my grandma would give me every time I spent the night. She would make pancakes and bacon with scrambled eggs, and she would put Aunt Jemima syrup on it. Yep. That's why I like pancakes. Pinkie Pie or Rarity? Rarity, darling. I like Rarity. I love Pinkie Pie, but I think Rarity has, I don't know, just something about Rarity just makes me like, yeah. Yeah. Because she's like a strong, independent damsel in distress. She's super emotional. She's basically a hormonal prima donna. Because she's just this emotion and this emotion, and she's just amazing. Ocean or lake? Hi, I am a person that cannot swim, and I have a fear of water. If I had to pick which one I would get tossed into, because that's the only reason I would get into bodies of water, I would rather a lake. Just not a lake in Mississippi, because we have alligators. And water moccasins, and all those matters of good things, and snapping turtles. Throw me in a lake throw me in a lake. If I had to choose between death and death, I would rather a lake, because at least I could open my eyes under the water. Curse you, seawater. And oceans have sharks, and I don't do fish. I don't do sharks. Now if a dolphin came and saved me, and me, Flipper, Shamu, and everybody else went and had a party, that'd be fine, but give me a shark or a stingray and I'm getting the crap out of there. But to answer that question, like, just not one in Mississippi, because there's alligators and snakes and snapping turtles and catfish and no. Bike or rollerblades? I have zero balance, if you would believe it. So me and rollerblades never really went together. I've tried. Ended badly for my knees. I have scars. But I also have scars from my bike, but at least I can ride a bike, so I would say bike. I kind of miss having a bike. I really liked riding my bike. Cats or dogs? Well, I just got a new puppy, which I'll do a video on eventually. Her name is Lily. I actually just got back from the vet, which was fun. But I do have cats. As a lot of y'all know, I have Magenta, which is the little chihuahua, and then Lola, which is the big cat. And then sadly, my big black cat passed away last month. And now we got another dog. My preference is cats. I love cats. As much as I love my puppy, I can only deal with her in little doses because she's just so hyper. And I'm like, yay, fun, fun, fun. Okay, I'm tired. Wait, why are you still hyper? And cats, it's like, play, 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 play. Okay, I'm done. The cats are normally done playing before you are ready to stop playing. And I like that. Cats will snuggle you and pet you. Well, pet you. Let you pet them, and they'll save you from bugs. Puppies are just there to bark. So cats. Cats, cats, cats. Finn or Jake is number 8. I like Finn. Just because Finn. He's a human boy with a nice hat, and he's brave and mathematical, and yeah, Finn. Frankie or Draculaura? This is purely going off of the dolls, because I have not watched any of the movies, nor have I read any of the books. But out of dolls, I only have one of each. I have the Threadarella Frankie and the Snowbite Draculaura. I was looking at my shelf to make sure that's what they were called. But out of pure looks, I would have to go with Frankie. Just because I don't really like pink. As there's all kinds of pink things around me. But I don't really like pink, and Draculaura is just a little too pink for my taste of vampires. So I like Frankie, and her eyes are very pretty. She has the green and the blue eyes, and that's pretty. Cleo or Apple, which means Cleo Denial from Monster High or Apple White from Ever After High. I'd have to say Cleo, because I just love anything Egyptian themed, or just like the combination of gold and like turquoise and green is just pretty to me, and that's what I associate with Cleo. And I always like the more villainy villains, because I've heard, especially like the Crazy Pony Lady said, she was like, Apple White isn't really a villain, she just wants to follow the rules. But Cleo is more of a villainy villain, so I like Cleo. And now the question that I've been dreading. thanks to Ben and John, because they knew eventually I'd get tagged. I just know it. It's a conspiracy against me. Creepy Twilight or Creepy Teddy. If you don't know what that means, go and watch Ben and John's at Ben's Toy Bins video. I really, 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 really hate Teddy Ruxpin. It is a toy from like early 90s, late 80s, and its main function was it had like a tape recorder-ish thing in its belly, and it would play songs and books to you, and it would move its mouth and turn its head and all that stuff, like the expensive ones. Teddy Ruxpin is like the most demonically possessed toy I've ever seen in my life. Not even the Living Dead dolls are scarier than Teddy Ruxpin. Teddy Ruxpin is scary. I don't like Teddy Ruxpin. I will deal with creepy Twilight and her creepy voice all day long. Just don't get Teddy Ruxpin near me, because I might go jump in a lake just to save myself from a worse fate. Washing my hands of that question. Okay, so here comes the fun part. Tags! Well, I looked over it a lot last night, and I was like, who am I gonna tag? And there's really only one person I can think to tag that hasn't been tagged yet. So, I was like, well darn, what am I gonna do? I just kinda ruined the tag, because I'm not gonna be able to like a lot of, like, tag people. So, what I thought was a clever plan. But first, let me tell you who I'm tagging. It's only one person. But she is also one of my best pony friends forever. Her name is, well, her YouTube name is Lady LauboZ. Here, I have a draw feature on this webcam, so we're going to test that out here. Her name is LauboZ. That's an A, by the way. I have to keep making sure I'm spelling it right because I'm an awful speller. B-O capital Z. I don't have any special, like, software, so I can't really just, be like, here's her name, and then, like, a little annotational thingy just goes, la! I'm not that technically inclined. But, yay! My friend Lady is tagged, so you gotta make a video. Do it. Do it. And now for the fun part. I am tagging all of you! I'm tagging all of you! Every last one of you. Every person that watches this video, I'm tagging you! Just because I don't know how many of my subscribers actually post videos on a regular basis, and everybody that I'm friends with that makes videos has already been tagged, and I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do? So, that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm just gonna tag all of y'all. So, write in the comments below if you're going to do my tag, and I will make sure to check up on you and make sure you did it, because if you tell me you're going to make a video and then you don't make a video, and don't give me a reason why you didn't do the video, I will find you. Love you. Grumpy cat, grumpy cat, Grumpy, 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 grumpy cat. Little hyper. Just a little. Alright, this tag video has been going on for too long. So goodbye, everybody. Punch to the face. Whoa! Goodbye, everybody.